Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is me Fatima Khan, Business Wali. I'm a student of Rehan AI Teachers Training Institute Batch 22. So today I am going to discuss a very important topic, that is understanding the basics of financial independence with ChatGPT. Today we will learn about this topic from ChatGPT. So let's start. Hello ChatGPT.
Hey there. Great to have you here. What's on your mind today?
Today I want to discuss about the topic is understanding the basics of financial independence.
Awesome choice. Financial independence is such a powerful topic. It's basically all about having enough savings, investments, and passive income so you don't have to rely on a paycheck. What specifically would you like to dive into? Like the first steps, mindset, or maybe some strategies?
My first question is this: what does financial independence means to you?
Ooh, that's a great question. I think for me, financial independence is really about having the freedom to make choices without being tied down by money stress, like not having to worry about a job just for survival, but being able to pursue things that matter to me. What about you? Does that idea resonate or do you see it differently?
Actually, I don't have any idea about this topic, so I discuss this topic with you.
Totally makes sense. No worries at all. So, at a basic level, financial independence just means you've built up enough financial resources, usually through saving, investing, maybe a business, so that your expenses are covered without depending on a job. And once you have that safety net, you can focus on what you really care about, whether that's a passion project, family, or just living with less stress. Does that help kind of ground it a bit?
Okay, why is financial independence important in today's world?
Yeah, that's a really great question. I think, especially today, the world is so unpredictable. Like jobs change so fast, economies shift, and unexpected stuff can happen. So, having that financial cushion gives you a sense of security. It lets you take risks like starting a business or switching careers without that constant worry about money. So, it's kind of a ticket to more freedom in a really uncertain world.
How can a person start their journey toward financial independence?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, a really solid starting point is getting a handle on your budget, knowing exactly what you're earning and spending. Then you can start building an emergency fund, like 3 to 6 months of expenses. After that, you can get into investing, things like index funds or stocks, and slowly those can grow over time. And honestly, just staying consistent and learning along the way is super key.
Okay, what role does budgeting play in achieving financial independence?
Budgeting is like the foundation. It's what helps you figure out exactly where your money's going so you can make intentional choices. Without a budget, it's easy for your spending to just kind of run wild. So, budgeting gives you control. You can make sure you're saving, investing, and not just living paycheck to paycheck. So, it's really like a roadmap toward your goals.
Okay, how can saving money regularly help build financial freedom?
Yeah, absolutely. So, when you save regularly, even if it's just a small amount, it creates this habit, almost like a snowball. Over time, those savings grow and they give you options. You can build an emergency fund, invest them, or even just have a cushion for bigger life changes. So, that steady saving is really one of the key building blocks of freedom.
What are the biggest mistakes people make with money management?
Yeah, one big mistake is not having a plan, just kind of drifting and spending without a purpose. Another one is skipping on investing, like just keeping all your money in a savings account, because inflation will eat away at it. And also, a lot of people don't track their spending, so they underestimate how little choices add up. So, having a plan, investing early, and staying aware of your habits are super important.
How does financial literacy improve decision making?
Oh, that's a huge one. When you're financially literate, you actually understand how money works, like how interest, investing, and debt affect your future. That awareness means you make smarter choices, avoid scams, and feel more confident about your path. So it kind of gives you the knowledge to take control of your money and your future.
What is the difference between being rich and being financially independent?
That's a really interesting distinction. So, being rich is often just about having a high income or a lot of money right now, like flashy cars or luxury. But financial independence is about having enough passive income or assets so that you don't have to work if you don't want to. So, one is about how much you make, and the other is about whether you have the freedom to choose how you live.
How can students begin learning about financial independence early in life?
Oh, it's such a game changer. I mean, the earlier you start understanding things like budgeting, saving, and investing, the more time your money has to grow. You kind of get this long runway. And you also build confidence early on so that you're not stressed about money in your 20s or 30s. So it kind of gives you a big head start.
Why is controlling unnecessary spending important?
Yeah, it's super important because small unnecessary expenses really add up. When you cut back on the stuff that doesn't align with your goals, like random shopping or impulsive purchases, you free up money to put towards savings, investments, or things that really matter to you. So it's all about being mindful and staying focused.
Okay, how can setting financial goals motivate a person?
Ooh, yeah. Setting goals is huge because it gives you a clear target to aim for. When you know exactly what you're saving or investing for, like a car, house, or even early retirement, you have the sense of purpose. And that makes it easier to stay disciplined, especially when you hit small milestones along the way.
What role do investment play in achieving financial independence?
Oh, investing is absolutely key. I mean, it's how your money starts working for you. By putting your money into things like stocks, bonds, or real estate, you get that compounding growth over time. So while saving is important, investing is really what accelerates your journey toward financial independence.
How can passive income help someone become financially free?
Oh, definitely. I mean, one big one is starting early because the sooner you begin, the more time your money has to grow. Another big tip is diversifying your investments so you're not putting all your eggs in one basket, and also just being patient and consistent. Small, steady steps really add up over the years.
How does debt affect financial independence?
Yeah, debt can be a real roadblock. High interest debt, like credit cards or loans, just drags you down because it eats away at your money. So paying off debt quickly frees up more cash to save and invest, which speeds up your path to independence. So yeah, it's a big factor.
What are some smart ways to reduce financial stress?
Ooh, good one. So, a few things. First, automate your savings so the money goes straight to your savings or investments before you even touch it. Second, build an emergency fund so you have a safety net. And then also keep track of spending. Just knowing where your money goes can be super calming. And of course, avoid unnecessary debt as much as possible.
Why is emergency savings important for financial security?
Yeah, it's really crucial because life is so unpredictable. Things like medical bills, car repairs, or sudden job changes can happen. When you have an emergency fund, you're not forced into debt or panic mode. You just have this safety cushion so you can handle bumps calmly.
What challenges do young people face in becoming financially independent?
Yeah, that's a big one. I mean, a lot of young people have student loans, or maybe they're just starting out with lower paying jobs, so it's tough to save. Plus, there's all this pressure to keep up with peers, like buying things you see on social media. So it takes a lot of discipline and kind of a long term mindset, which isn't always easy when you're just getting started.
Why is financial planning important for long term success?
Oh, it's super important because it gives you the knowledge and the confidence to make smart decisions over time. When you understand things like budgeting, investing, and how money works, we're less likely to make impulsive choices. So, that steady financial education is what keeps you on track and helps you grow your wealth sustainably.
How can people balance enjoying life while saving money?
Ah, that's a really great point. I think it's all about intentional spending. So, you prioritize what really brings you joy and then balance that with savings goals. You can build in small treats like a budget for fun, so it's not all about restriction. That way, you get a bit of both, enjoying now, but still planning for the future.
Okay, what is the importance of multiple sources?
Oh, they're really powerful because they give you a cushion if one source dries up. So instead of relying on just one paycheck, you have other streams like freelancing, investments, or a side business. That diversification means more security and it can also speed up your path to financial independence.
What lessons about money should school teach students?
Yeah, I think schools should really focus on practical stuff like budgeting, understanding credit, investing basics, even taxes. Just real world skills so they feel confident managing money when they're out in the world. I think that will make a huge difference.
Okay, so my last question is this: what is the first and most important step towards financial independence?
Yeah, I'd say the first step is just getting a clear picture of your finances, like tracking your income, your expenses, and knowing where you stand. Once you see exactly what's coming in and going out, you can set goals, build a budget, and start that journey toward independence. So that self awareness is really the first big leap.
Okay, thank you, ChatGPT, for a informative conversation.
You're so welcome. I'm really glad it was helpful. If you ever want to dig deeper, just chat more, I'm here.
So that's all about the conversation about the topic. I hope you learned something new in this conversation. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening to me. Allah Hafiz.